Hello, everybody. It's Rick Ruby down in Charlotte. Welcome to this week's episode of the Street Smart Millionaire. Today, we have one of my very special guests, Kathy. And Kathy is a loan rep and a lender from California. What part of California are you in?
Southern California.
And the name of your company is?
Trinity Home Loan.
And you are in the broker world, correct?
I am in the broker world. Yes, I am.
What that means is you sell to lots of big lenders, where I'm a retail branch manager at a big national company, so I sell exclusively to them. You sell to 3 or 4 lenders. Who are the prime lenders that you like to sell to?
Equity, prime mortgage, forward lending, Blue Point Mortgage, and UWM.
Cool. Why do you move it around between different lenders? Tell them about the broker world. What's the advantage to the broker world?
The broker world is just, I don't have as much overhead, so I get better pricing for rates and things of that nature. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. Different lenders have different niches.
So you have a little more control on your overhead, a little more control on your product mix, a little more control on your business, correct?
Correct.
I was a broker for 23 years. I loved it. I've been a lender for 15 years. The funny part, I've loved every part of mortgages. How long you been in the business now?
32 years.
Wow, 41 for me. How'd you get in it?
Wow. By mistake, my friend said, hey, mortgages are great. This is actually a great way to help people. And that right there just like let me in on something when fax machines and applications and things of that nature were taking place back then. And then I helped a first person do a refinance, and I was hooked from there.
Cool. So I believe helping people is a number one priority in all good jobs. Do you agree with that?
I agree 100%.
I think the mortgage business helps people get home ownership. I think it helps people accumulate wealth. I did a bunch of budget for a bunch of my employees today, and some of them have 200,000 or 300,000 in equity. Why?
Well, because they are building wealth. They're building.
They bought a house. All they had to do was buy a house and live in it, and it goes way up in value. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
So you help about how many families a year in your personal business?
To over 220 each year.
So 220 each year. So you do about 17, 18 deals a month, correct?
Yeah.
Which is a lot. That's a lot of business. Where do you get it all?
I have a diverse. I get it from realtors. I get it from past clients. I do have a builder in my book of business as well. And now my VIPs.
So how much business comes from realtors?
Over 60%. I'm at like 72%.
Comes from past clients?
10%.
So then the other 30% comes from the builder, your VIPs, and other sources.
Correct.
So how many leads do you get a month?
I get between 88 and 92 a month.
Well, I will tell you, when I look at like accumulating wealth, I'm writing a new book called The Big 5 to Accumulating Wealth. And I think number one is sales, sales, sales. So you get 88 to 100 leads. That's really, really big. You agree?
Yes.
That's a lot of leads to follow up on. What's the process once you get a lead?
Well, we reach out immediately between myself and my team captain, and we
within 10 minutes, within 20 minutes?
Oh, within 15 minutes. We try to be 10 to 15 minutes per
So between
contact.
you and your team have contacted in between 15 minutes of them coming in on text, email, or phone call, correct?
Correct.
So you're following up right away, and then are they scheduled a meeting? Are they scheduled a Zoom? What's the next part of the process?
I actually meet with 95% of my people, so they automatically get an appointment to come in.
So they come in and see you live?
Yes, they do.
Now, that's one of my all-time favorite things, right?
Yes.
I love it, love it, love it. What do I think is the worst thing that people think they can make $7,000 to $10,000 online? It's got to be live, real experience, because it builds what?
Trust.
Oh, that's my girl. Ding, ding, ding. She's got it right on. So when you meet clients live, it builds trust. So you meet with about 75 of the 88 clients, correct?
That is correct.
And what do you take to pre-app? What percent goes to pre-app?
Oh gosh, my
half?
Yeah, over half actually. I'm over 60%.
So 60% go to pre-app, and then your pull-through is probably 25% from the 80?
Yes. Well, it's like
that puts you right at about 18 or 20 closings.
Correct.
So how many realtors have sent you deals this year?
Well, over 100 have sent me deals.
So 100 realtors have sent you business. That's a lot. But in California, they do less deals. Why?
That's true. Yes.
Why do they do less deals than, say, North Carolina or Michigan or Ohio?
Loan amount, loan size.
So the sales price is so big, they make a giant income, and then they have more fun in California. Do you agree?
Yeah, they try.
Well, that's at least been the commercials I've watched for 50 years. More fun in California, surfing, biking, yoga. But it seems very expensive to live there. Is it really expensive to live there?
Yes, it is 100% expensive to live here.
So what town are you in?
I'm in San Dimas. So I'm in the Villa Verde area, which is, how do I say? I'm in Central. I'm like 20 minutes from Orange County, 20 minutes from LA County. I'm from 4 different counties. I'm like Central.
Okay.
If anybody watched Ted and Bill and Ted's Adventure, I'm like the Raging Waters, the San Dimas type of high school.
What's your normal sales price there?
Sales price is about, on the average side, is 902. I think it was in the last.
And what does your clients got to make to buy a house? 300?
Yep, 280.
So what's the average income in your town?
It is about 400,000 in my.
You got pretty high income area, pretty good sales price. What kind of house do you get for $1 million in your area?
Oh gosh, in my area, literally, it's probably a three bedroom, 2 bath house. Sometimes maybe a 4 bedroom in my area.
Have you always been in that market? Is that where your market has been?
No, I actually help out in what they call like the high desert area. I have very diverse. I have some big loan sizes. I have some. I work with a lot of different diverse people.
100 realtors. How do you stay in contact with all of them?
A lot of through the CRM, but a lot of calls, events, and going through past clients. Even when I'm reaching out to my past clients, I'm reconnecting them with the realtor that they actually had.
So, I know you've been with me about 5 years, correct?
That is correct.
And I've never really got to personally coach you yet, which we're going to change. But I went and pulled some of your greatness trackers, and your efforts are off the hook, girl. I mean, your effort is big. Listen, you only win
when you do what you're told.
And you have a big effort. You put in a lot of business. So sales here pretty tight. You got 100 realtors. You get 88 leads a month. You meet with all of them. You pull through 60% to pre-app. You're going to do about 110 million this year, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
So, and then your company, how many loan reps do you have?
I only have myself.
So it's just you, and you'll do 109 million, and your income will be about 1.9 million, correct?
That is correct.
So you're making about 175 basis points net compensation. You get it, girl. What's the average commission in America?
I don't know, actually, the average commission.
Just so you know, I interviewed a guy that's right by you, Ryan Buchholt, yesterday, who's one of my great clients. He's making 90 points.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you're making 175. You're getting all the money there is to get, aren't you?
I'm trying. I am trying.
Excellent job. So let's talk about your team. How many people take care of your clients?
I have 4 people take care of my clients.
So you have 4 people taking care of your client. Because you've made so much money on the capitalism side, I would tell you to reinvest into another staff person.
Correct. Yes.
So do you have an admin?
That's what I'm going to be hiring.
Okay. I need you to have an executive assistant, which is really an old school secretary.
Yes.
Feeds you, does your travel, baby, nothing about mortgages, property management, bills, shopping. What does your admin, your EA do?
Take care of me, babysit me.
Babysit you, gifting, marketing. I want you to add that person in the next 60 days.
Okay.
And I would like motherly skills. What am I looking for?
Motherly skills.
I'm Victoria's big baby. That's how I look at it, okay? She got to feed me, keep me organized, manage my schedule, do my gifting, help with my social media, do all my travel, help with my shopping and accounting. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we need an admin. You should have 2 LP1s on the front. Do you have that?
I do, yes.
They help you with sales to get to these clients quicker and follow up with these clients.
Yes, that's correct.
And then you should have 2 LP2s that are like the nurses that get it through the process, correct?
That is correct.
Now, who does your bookkeeping?
I have an outside company do my bookkeeping.
You have an outside company that does your bookkeeping, where I don't have to do, because I'm a lender, I don't have to have outside bookkeeping. So you have outside bookkeeping that does your P&L, helps review your payroll, your insurance, and all that stuff.
Correct. Yep.
Cool. So how come no loan reps? I see a lot of people want loan reps. Why don't you?
You know what? I nobody can be me. I'm personal. They come to me for me, number one. And I don't want the headache. I don't want to babysit anybody else. I'd rather babysit my clients than babysit somebody not doing loans.
Well, I will tell you this. I was a really big loan rep that didn't have loan reps. Then I became a loan rep that had a few loan reps. Now I'm not a loan rep and I have 27 loan reps. And I will tell you, I don't want to say I've had to settle, but I will tell you a story. I'm really involved in a hospital. I lost a son that had a bad heart. So I'm really involved in the Children's Hospital in North Carolina in their pediatric department. I'm a big donor for them. So they're always asking me to do something. They asked me if I wanted to be the hospital's lender, and I turned it down, Kathy. Why?
Well, because you wanted to focus
It
on.
wasn't me doing it.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to damage my philanthropy reputation because my salespeople don't always do a great job. Does that make sense?
That 100%.
But if I was doing the loans or you were doing the loans, I would love to infiltrate the hospital. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I will tell you, having loan reps, I think all mine do a really good job, but they don't do near as good a job as like you or I would do personally or what my coaches do. So I believe in being directly involved in your income. So you have direct wealth, not indirect wealth. Correct. I have direct wealth in the coaching business, indirect wealth in the mortgage business because I run a bunch of loan reps in a mortgage group. So you have a really good business. What are your hours like?
My hours are basically from 7 to about 6 every day. And then
you work 11 hours a day. How many days a week?
5 days and then half day on Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, so listen, I work 6 days a week. I work 5 10s and a 5. So I work a hard 55 hours a week. So you're working a hard 60 hours a week.
Correct.
Now, I will tell all my audience, and I have about 300,000 people watching my podcast, if you don't work a lot, you can't make a lot. Do you agree with that formula?
100%.
Now, let's talk about the thing that everybody always questions me on. Well, Rick, you all work so many hours. Can you have balance? Do you think you have balance?
I do have balance, yeah.
So you have a partner?
I do have a partner for over 30 years.
30 years you've had your partner. Married?
Yes.
Kids?
I have 3 kids, 34, 28, and 26.
So your kids are all grown now, like mine are 42 and 40. So my kids are grown. So my career and my spouse are my big things. So you've been married for 30 years. So tell me about your balance.
Well, we make sure that we make time for each other. We do have a date night, and it's a non-negotiable. Pardon me?
Every week?
Every week. Mm-hmm.
Love that. So do I.
Yep. And then we try to make time with the adult kids because we don't see them as much. They're working and doing things of that nature. So we do try to make family times and family trips. And I try to do other things besides, I love being outdoors. So I do try to make time. I schedule pretty much everything. And that will
Just
be.
so you know, if I think it's scheduled, it happens. If it's not scheduled, it don't happen. And me and my wife are both super scheduled people. Like my wife loves to be in a regular routine and I like to be in a routine. I know where I'm going to be. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to be talking about. So, where are you? What do you do for recreation?
Well, we donate a lot of time to our church, but recreation, I love to be outside either with the plants or my dogs, that type of thing. We go bike riding at the beach. We do have a gardener, but I'm not a gardener.
So you don't
I just like to fiddle around.
So you got some dogs. What kind of dogs do you have?
I have 2 golden retrievers and like a German Shepherd mutt.
So you have 3 dogs. Do they come to the office or they stay home?
Both.
So we have 2 Great Danes and 2 Great Pyrenees. The 2 Great Danes come to the office every day, and the Great Pyrenees live at the farm. We love dogs, love animals. God, family, capitalism. I think me and you are aligned about those 3 things. Do you agree?
100%.
Cool. So gosh, in 5 years, what did you make 5 years ago when you hired me?
I was barely crossing around 400.
$422,000 is what you made 5 years ago. Yeah. Now you're making 1.9 million. Unfreaking believable. Do you know how many people make 1.9 million? Very small group of people. You're doing great. So, I'm a big saver and a big investor. How's your cash net worth looking right now?
It's gotten obviously better in the last couple of years, but it's over 2.1.
So you're at 2.1 million and you got to get to, what is your number? 5, 10?
It was 5, but now that seems something that's attainable. So I want to challenge a little bit and maybe go a little
Well,
over 7.
I think making 1.9 million, you should easily be able to save 400 grand a year. Did you not save 400 grand this year?
I think I'm close to it. I think I'm at like 3 something.
So let's say you save 300 grand a year and you have a really nice life and you do this for 10 more years with me. That means you'll save $3 million. And in 10 years, it will double to 6 and your 2 million will double to 4. So you'll have $10 million in 10 years on your current pace, saving 300 grand a year. Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Now, how old are you?
I'm 53.
So you got in the business when you were 23 years old. Wow, this was like one of your first careers, wasn't it?
It was. Yep.
You know, it's funny that I find very few people love their career after 30 years. What do you think are some of the big things to why you still love it?
The people that we're helping, there's nothing more rewarding than having somebody get into their first home, or now that I'm deeper in the families and they're building wealth, or I just had somebody retire and they have over $1 million, which they never thought they would. And those things are just phone calls of saying, thank you, Kathy. And I don't wanted to do it for the thanks, but I like being on the outside, watching them blossom to what they wanted to do, what their dreams were. So it's kind of nice doing that. And I enjoy every single bit about that because I'm on their journey with them.
I built this company based on a movie called Pay It Forward. Do you ever see that movie?
Yes.
Where you change 3 people's lives so much that they go change 3 people's lives and they go change 3 people's lives. And I watched the show called Suits. Did you ever watch it?
Yep.
The show about a bunch of really cool lawyers and admin people and how they did a lot of corporate business, but in the end of the show, they all left. Why? They all left law.
Yeah, they did. And to help, nonprofits or something of that nature.
Yes, they all went to nonprofits and help with individuals because they weren't changing enough lives. And I think in the mortgage business and the coaching business, in the mortgage business, you help lives. You help them get a house. You help them get their finances aligned. You work on their 401k. You help them build a big part of the wealth. In coaching, I find it's even stronger. It's more of changing lives because you're really watching them grow. Because in the mortgage, I deal with them intensely for 30 days. You agree with that? In the coaching business, we've dealt with you every week for 5 years. So you get kind of ingrained with these clients and you watch them do well. Well, you've been a great client. You've been around for 5 years. Why do you stay so long in coaching when you're doing so well?
Number one, accountability, but then to serve and to give back. I learn something from this community every single day. Whether, my friendships have gotten bigger or better. It's just an amazing community to be part of. So,
well, I think we do have, we have about 345 people and we're bringing in about 45 new people this semester between level 2 and level 3 and ingraining them into what we're doing and getting them to get to know the coaches and trust the coaches and make friendships. And what they really have to learn with us, Kathy, is to simplify everything. You agree that's really the philosophy of the core?
Yes, it is.
Go on a date every week, have family time, check in every day, put your spouse on a pedestal, honor God at the highest level, get to know him, pursue him, share him with other people, go out there and make really good money, grow every year. How much are you up this year over last year?
I think 10%.
So you're up 10%, the market's down 12%. That's very healthy. Any more than that can be a little what?
It could be dangerous, risky.
Now, we have to get an admin, you agree?
Yes, 100%.
That will cut your hours, do you agree?
Yes.
Now, why do you start so early?
I've just been an early bird. I like to get things done.
I'd like you to cut that schedule, start an hour later, and I'd like you to trade that hour with something else.
Okay.
Fitness, recreation, reading, studying, personal development. Because here's the thing. There's nobody to call before 9 o'clock. You agree?
Yeah.
So if you're there before 9 o'clock, you're doing your job or somebody else's job?
Well, it's probably somebody else's job.
Yes, you're doing. Listen, the prep work for your day is your admin.
Yes.
The following up on the leads is the LP1. The getting the files to close on time is the LP2. Like when I look at the big 5, I look at like your sales skills. Yours are really good. I think we're adding some whales. How many new realtors have you added this year?
I've actually added 12.
So you've added 12 realtors. Just so you know, anybody in the mortgage business or the coaching business or the plumbing business or the restaurant business that doesn't add 10% of your referral partners new again every year is lose, because people stop referring. They get mad. They get tired. They don't work hard anymore. So you're constantly adding more referral partners to freshen up your business. You agree?
Yes.
Like,
Agree.
I need a fresh new group of 40 clients. I lost 20. I added 46. I'll grow 26 clients. I need some fresh clients. I got a coach retiring. I got a couple of new people, including yourself, that I want to talk to about taking a run as a coach. I think that you got to freshen up your business. Now, an employee is good between 2 and 10 years. Why?
Because they're working hard for you. They're loyal.
Yes, but what happens after 10 years?
Oh, they want to grow and do something else or retire or whatever.
Or they're bored.
Yeah.
Like, they can be bored, they can be burnt out, and they're overpaid after 10 years because we want them to get a 3 to 10% raise every year. Do you agree? So I think whether it's a coaching student or a coach or an employee of mine, I think there's that 2 to 10 year window where we try to get the most out of it. I look at all my 10-year graduates this year, they all have 7 million. And all my 5-year graduates have 2 to 5 million. So you got a little late start on the savings. You must not have been very good at it before you met me. Do you know what you had?
No, I was not good at all.
You know what you had when you came with me 5 years ago?
God, it was like 50,000. It was horrible.
I was going to say 62,000. I looked it up.
Oh,
62 grand. You had 62 grand. Now you got 2.1 million. You made 400 grand. Now you make 1.9 million. I'm super duper proud of you. It's been an unbelievable run. Now, where are you going in the next 5 years? What are some things you'd like to accomplish? We got to get a really good AE. You agree?
I do got to get an AE. I want to be a coach.
Cool. I like it. You want to coach for me.
Yeah.
How many million you want to get to? Stay at 100 million, or you want to go to 150 or 200 million? What are you thinking?
By adding that admin, I probably can get to like 150, would say. I think 200 would be the max. I think there's got to be some sort of that I can personally do. So
I look at 5 things. I look at your sales skills, and you're a great sales lady. I look at your team, and your team needs to get better. You agree?
100%.
Hours say your team is not great. Got it?
That is correct. Yeah.
Now, so the team has to get better. I look at number 3 would be accurate financial data. I think you're learning about P&Ls and spreadsheets and data, and we're in the beginning of that journey. You agree?
Yeah, it is 100% yes.
Number 4, we got to save 20% for 20 years. So you got to keep doing that. And then you got to be a really good investor. How much time are you spending learning about the stock market?
Literally, I've just made it a point to be 20 minutes a day because I know nothing.
Listen, 20 minutes a day. You can watch Mad Money, Fast Money, Power Lunch, any of the shows on CNBC. Is your medium books or podcasts or television? Mine is television. What's your medium?
Yeah, mine are, well, now mine are a podcast, but they was basically television prior to.
So I like television. So I like CNBC during the day. There's 10 hours of money shows on CNBC. So I would probably watch a bunch of them and find some of the people that you like, the talking heads that you like. Like, there's lots of coaches and you like me as a talking head. So you got to find people that you're aligned with. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So 20 minutes a day where you're studying. I do about half hour a week of research on stocks. I do about 4 hours of learning about the stock market. And then I review 3 times a day. So I review 3 times a day. I see how it opens because the bond market affects us. You know, the 10-year bond affects the rates the most of anything.
Correct.
So I look at the 10-year bond every morning. I look at lunch, how the market's doing. Then I look at the end of the day, whether I made money or lost money. Well, listen, I think you have a great business, and the best businesses need tweaking, not rebuilding. What are the best businesses?
Tweaking.
Tweaking. You need to what?
Tweak.
I need to what?
You need to tweak. Yeah.
I don't rebuild. I don't reinvent the wheel. I do what I do better and more often, and you need to do what you're doing better. So we need to get you in front of the clients more. How many contacts is the client having with you throughout the 30-day process?
3.
So they're having 3 contacts with you. I think that's powerful. How many contacts from your team?
Between 3 and 4.
Cool. I'd like it to get to about 10 contacts total from start to finish. I want it to be more white glove. Do you agree with that?
100%. Yes.
The admin will help with that. You agree? Because she can
Yes.
disperse the contacts. And sometimes it's just a check-in call from the closer or a check-in call from the processor or a check-in call from the LP1. I just bought a new farm and the realtor is just coming into the core and she doesn't understand Tuesday status calls. And it's Tuesday and I'd like to hear what's going on with my farm purchase. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's closing on the 16th. Well, are we okay? Is everything good? So I think that little check-in, now that I'm a consumer again right now, it makes a big difference. Do you agree?
Yes. I 100%.
Well, I think that we need to keep adding 10 new realtors a year. Now, some of them just go away. You agree?
Yes.
Some of them go away. Some of them might not like you anymore. Some you may have disappointed. Some may not want to work hard anymore. Now, I like 3 types of realtors. I like realtors that are super gung-ho business people. I like realtors that want to be good business people. And I want realtors that want to learn. So I'm looking for coaching students that want to learn. We're looking for coaching students that are good and they want to get better. And I'm looking for coaching students that are great, they want to tweak. You're in that 5-year model, ready to become a coach, start teaching others. Everything needs to tighten up a little bit. Like everything needs a little torquing in your business. You agree?
Yep. Yep.
And listen,
100%.
I'd like you to net $2 million. I don't want to see you make any more than that. That's enough money. That's a great wealthy income. That's a major income. 1/10 of 1% makes $1 million. So we want to stable around $2 million, and then we want to work less and make it a better experience. You agree?
Agreed.
I think you're doing great. What is your investment philosophy? How much real estate do you own?
I'm just starting to really get into that now. I'm looking at that. So
Right now is not a good time to buy real estate unless it's primary. Like I bought this farm as one of my primaries. I wouldn't buy investment property right now. Why? I think it's too what?
You say too high?
It's too high. And some of the stocks are too high. Like some of the stocks are a really good deal right now, but some of the stocks are way too high. Like I think Meta is a good price right now. I think Amazon is a good price right now. I think Nvidia is a little expensive. I think Apple's a little expensive, but I buy a lot of the broad S&P. You buy the S&P?
I do.
Cool. Do you have some individual stocks you like? What do you own?
I do. I have Amazon. I have ADP, and Nvidia as well.
Cool. So you have some stocks. How many stocks do you own?
Oh gosh, I don't know off the top of my head on that one.
5, 8, 10?
Yeah, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now I have 19 and it's too many. So in the next 30 days, I'll be cutting out about 7 to 9 positions and I'll go down to 10. So in January, I'll do some tax harvesting at the end of the year, sell some winners, sell some losers. I have a big charitable trust, so I get a big tax deduction. So I can sell a lot of winners. Why?
Because you can write it off.
I have the offset with the tax deduction because I put a lot of money in my charitable trust every year and I give a lot of money away to charities. So it gives me a big tax deduction. So I have some money to offset. But I think that we just really need to tweak a lot of things. But I definitely think you're going to make a great coach. I think you got a big attitude, big heart. I think you love what you do. You love the business. We love having you in the core. Have a great, great, great holiday. But I'll talk to you this week about coaching, okay?
You got it. All right,
Bye,
thank
Kat.
you.
Thank you very much. Everybody else
Bye.
out there, get a few more clients, make a few more bucks, invest a couple more dollars, give a couple more dollars away. Have a great holiday. Rick Ruby over and out.